time, allow me to give you a couple tenets that our crew allow me to give you a couple tenets that our crew of over 30 years have actually come together. Okay, I got you. Okay. The three tenets that our crew actually stood by. The first one is rest is actually a good four-letter word. We spend too much time giving to other folks that we actually neglect ourselves. Second one is reciprocity. Too many times we give to other folks without giving, without having somebody give back to us. And the last one is that brotherhood and family is a great thing, because it's amazing that I didn't even know that Sam touched this many people, man. When you look at it, just look at the person next to you. Sam's already here. He's in you because he touched you. So, I mean, yeah, it's been. I love him. He's a brother of mine, and I mean, that's all I have to say. It's Big Sam, big bro. Like you said, everything's a teaching moment, brother. Everything's a teaching moment.
Bring this down, Tad, a little bit. Oh, okay. How does a brother show tribute to a brother? Even though Sam was the youngest of our crew, we shared a lot of similarities in views of life, and we viewed it the same way. And that was giving your all to people that were close to you and some who were not. And we can see in this room how many people Sam touched. To me, this is who Sam was. Sam was genuine to all he met. He gave you his all and always had the utmost respect. Sam was drama and confrontational free, but if you needed Sam, you knew exactly where he would be. Sam was Providence Hospital to the core. You can find him on each and every floor. Sam was music. He knew every song and every part. He didn't only appreciate the sound, but the art. Sam loved his truck. It was something that he could call his own. All those double shifts at Providence paid off, my brother. You got a chance to have something you can call your own before God called you home. My brother and dearest friend, your legacy will live through us. And I am my brother's keeper till the day that I die. I love you, my brother, and that's no lie. God made you 6'8" for a reason, to fit that huge heart of yours, and that's no thing.
So in general, I don't need a mic. We'll see today if I use this or I don't use this. I want to give you guys, like Juan, a couple things up front. And I usually don't use notes, so we're going to start there. It's one of the funny things. Every time we had something that was going on that was important, every time there was a family thing, Sam was my person to look for. He was my mother's person. He was his mother's person. He was everybody's person to look for, because you knew if you could find his face, you could find a smile that would take you through. Half the time he would give you a thumbs up, do something silly with his face, like he was doing in those pictures. It would be something that would take your mind off of what you were doing. That, and generally, some way, shape, or form, these two big-headed men here, or this big-headed man here with his brother, and or our other cousin, would find their way behind me in support. In fact, most of those pictures up there, we are in criminal style lineup. I am the short one. So, first, let me start you with a couple things. One, I'm going to make some jokes. My cousin made a lot of them. Understand that. I might curse. My cousin did that too. We didn't really think God had a problem with that. He thought, those words y'all decided were curse words. So on that note, meet the Kellys, Whitmores, Darnells, meet all the family that's up in this room, and understand you're going to get a little bit of our flavor. I'm not going to just take 2 minutes. I'm going to take a little bit more than that. I apologize in advance. But and that's me, and I'm the girl, so I get that liberty. Yes. So, additionally, my daddy's right there. He know better. He ain't gonna come up here. He good. Lastly, I'm going to say, Sam is. Because for me, Sam always is. When I was born in it's on that. Right. 4 months after, well, 4, 3, we ain't gonna say that because then y'all can guess my age. When I was born a little bit after my cousin, he was already here. So for me, he is, he will be, he was, he gonna be, because as I move forward in this life, as I look at my little babies over here, he will always be here. So, those are my first things in advance. Next, I'm going to use these little notes, which I don't ever use, and Sam found very funny, that I never use notes. I didn't use notes at our grandmother, Ma Kelly's service, and I got off the stage, and he said, "Cuz, you ain't got no notes?" And I was like, "Dude, I do this. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, hey, I stand and deliver. This is what I do for a job. No script. I come off. You know what it is." And he was like, "Okay, I got you." He walked a little bit away. So today, my cousin is having his own laugh because I prepped. I got notes. I almost brought y'all a PowerPoint, but then you would realize the OCD that is in my heart for my cousin. So I was like, well, I'm going to let y'all look at the pictures. And in those, I'm the one that can't hold her head up. Okay? So, now, about my cousin. I'm going to tell you some things. There's a lot about character. Because everyone in here will agree. This was a man of character. Now, the funny thing, though. My word that's been coming to me about my cousin is grace. 6'8" man. Grace. It's a word my father uses a lot. So I picked it up to mean different things. Now with me, the grace is, I do the entire recital, get to the end, fall down the stairs. That grace, man, dance. For my cousin, Samuel, it was balancing, making everybody that was in this room, when he saw you, when he touched you, when he spoke to you, feel important, feel loved, feel that no matter what was going on, if there were divisive actions, if there were tricks of the devil, what was going on in the workplace, because I understand you work in a hospital, we've seen that on TV. So, all of that, he didn't care. When he saw you, he loved you, and he wanted you to feel some kind of way in your soul. And that was good. So never he wanted you to feel bad. So that's the first thing with him. It's graceful at 6'8". I can't do it at 5'7". I'm going to pray some people in here are doing it better. And if you aren't, take it forward. Because we're going to take forward these things of Sam. Next, my cousin valued the 5th commandment. And I said this to my auntie on the day he passed. 5th commandment, if anybody doesn't understand, is the first commandment that has promise. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thy will be blessed. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thy will be blessed. That is an action and a result. Cause, effect. This man here, his mama was sick. Y'all Providence people know. Everything stopped. Everything. He was going to love her to health. Period. There was no question. There was nothing else that was more important. That is a job unto God. We had our own set of family stuff like everybody else got going on. This daddy right here, got to understand he loved him too. Because there's a part with this here, because y'all don't see this one thing here. Look at them pictures. Kelly boys, 2. Kelly boys, 2. Kelly boys, 2. Some way, shape, or form. My daddy looked like Sam's daddy, which we ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna let that go. And Joseph here, my uncle, looked like Joseph here. Ethan, we always been looking at Trinice a little sideways, but that's okay. So Ethan looked like Sam, spit him out his mouth, and Joseph sat on the edge. So, to say that, what he instilled further in all of these folks, in all of us, was that need, that commandment to honor thy father and thy mother, to put their family, put our family first, regardless of any of the petty, random, bullshit stuff that happens. Oh. Sorry, not sorry. I think that's a song. So, also on that note, third thing. My cousin loved the perfect and the imperfect. And I say that he, got a little bit of that from the house. He took that outside. Y'all cooked it, though, up in the workplace. Y'all cooked it. Some of the personal relationships made it that way, etc. I ask that everybody take hints from that. Because it's easy to love a perfect person. The person we see on TV that ain't really real, that person. But when it comes to loving the people who sit next to you, the people that you talk to, the people that you work with, the people that are your blood, it's more difficult to say, I will love you though you're unperfect. But my cousin Sam did that. Ha. He protected and covered those he loved too. Now, you will say that was easy. At 6'8", kind of, he covered everybody. But I will say that for me, in most of the pictures that I have for Sam, I'm sitting on his lap. Now, part of that is because in order to see me in my eyes after we were about 10 to 15 years old, I needed to be a little lower and or keep something or higher. One of the two. However, I realized something in looking at photos. That wasn't just to differentiate our height. It wasn't even just so he could look me in my eyes. It was for the same thing he told me when I started working in entertainment. Because you don't never need a bodyguard. Shut up. You got a job. You don't never need a bodyguard. You got all this. Because if my cousin loved you, like the people here, he covered and protected you. So in that, everybody here got a new angel. I mean, on that, now preacher, y'all say amen. Hallelujah. Because you got a 6'8", smiling, bubbly. You know he got the biggest wings up in there. Come on, y'all. So, you are covered in a manner that you have never been before. Because I know I feel it. So, in that, he is continuing to cover those that he loved. My cousin was confident, but humble. Okay? That's because there is a certain kind of love that comes from knowing that you are loved unconditionally. There is a certain kind of love that comes from knowing in your life you are secure and you will have what you need. I watched my cousin grow up. I watched the village that surrounded my aunt to make sure that happened. The love that it takes to make that happen, I actually watched some other videos. And I almost wish, I didn't want to share them with y'all. They might be on his Facebook page. But I knew I couldn't do this beforehand. Because my auntie's face at my cousin's middle school graduation, there was a look of love, of endearment, of special, of fight, that most people will never, ever in their life get to see. That level of unconditional love that says, whatever you do, whatever your path, whatever your choice, I will be beside you, gave him the confidence to go out into this world and give you all that he had. And I thank you for that. My cousin was fancy, but not flashy. Now, some people may understand this, some people might not, but I'm gonna give you an example. They know this. When I stayed at the house, I asked Joey about some toothbrush stuff. I went in the bathroom. This man's Philips Sonicare toothbrush, $200 toothbrush, in case none of y'all know this. So now, fancy but not flashy, because he was going to take care of himself. So please understand this. My cousin had the things that he enjoyed. He did them things. had fun with y'all. He took care of them pearly whites with that $200 toothbrush. And you didn't have to tell everybody what he did. He didn't have to tell everybody when he helped someone. He didn't have to tell everybody whose bills he paid. He didn't have to tell everybody who he fed. He was fancy, but he wasn't flashy. He needed to make sure that those around him were taken care of, but y'all didn't need to know it. And that's something that we need to embrace too. Now, I missed one of my notes in the beginning. I'm gonna talk about a couple things now, that just a slight bit more of it, but we had some great conversations, okay? And I'm almost done, swear to God. One thing, I know, love never ends. I can't because I'm telling the truth. Y'all need to be quiet, peanut gallery, okay? Love never ends. This is one of the things that my cousin and I used to say to each other. That and I love you more, which he knew, and I put that on my page, which is a funny thing of that whole humble but confident and stuff, you know, whatever. So, in that, shut up. I'm not surprised in hearing stories from you all of still feeling Sam's presence, of feeling him in the OR, of him, you know, seeing a smile across the room and thinking that it's him. For me, it's translated into some of the people that he's introduced me to being my support. He's laughing right now because Juan and I have actually made peace. Nobody thought that was ever gonna happen. My doctor, right, I know, right, nobody did. My doctor was introduced to me by my cousin. So even when I have to go and do things that I don't want to do, my cousin is still there. So, love never ends. My last thing. When we used to talk about heaven, which we did, because like I said, we're slightly morbid, but we are children of God with a massive amount of faith, knowing that here was only temporary and that after was so much better that we could talk about it and not be sad, okay? So when we talked about heaven, and I said this at my family reunion, we would discuss heaven like it was a movie. And so when your ancestors, the people you loved, were watching, if you got too boring, you got too raucous, you know, that might be me, did something inappropriate, they might change the channel on you, right? But as long as you were giving them good stuff, that stuff that they could be proud of with the other angels in heaven. Look at my baby over here loving on their family. Look at my baby over here feeding the homeless. Look at my baby over here hugging a stranger. Look at my baby over here doing for somebody that's never going to do back for them. All of those things. If that was your movie, your ancestors continue to watch. So I say this. When you leave here, make this thing we call life, which ain't nothing but really a movie for the people up in heaven, great. Because I want my cousin to be watching. I want him to watch me. I want him to watch you guys. So do those things that make your movie amazing. Live this life. Have that smile. Take those memories, take those moments that represent Samuel Kelly forward. Amen.
I'm not gonna be as long as she was. But it's amazing because what I'm about to say, I wrote last night, and it just touches everything she just said. So, but first, I'm gonna say this. 21 weeks ago, Sam posted a picture on Instagram. It was an autopsy cake. I decorate cakes. So I said, Sam, are you serious? Do you want this? I'll do it for you. I got you, cuz. He says, I'll let you know because we got time. And that lets me know We ain't got a lot of time. So this is what I wrote. Cousins is the definitive relative of a mother, a father, sister, or brother's offspring. The one connection being defined through our bloodline as family. We can't help who our family is, for God chose us to be one unit. He dispersed his love amongst us to share with each other unconditionally. We all strived for perfection. For Sammy, just as he loved his profession and gadgets, explore family as unique technology. Some work well together. Others, it takes a special individual to operate. Flashing lights from motion sensors detect attention. Open palms allows room for loving growth. A tight fist expresses protection. A hug and a kiss embeds adoration in our soul that brings tears in your absence. Sammy, sophisticatedly special, amazing, majestic, masterful, youthful. Kel 713, you will be greatly missed. You poured inspiration into the lives of so many, even on Instagram, making them change their perspective on life. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they want their illusions. They don't want their illusions to be destroyed. So Sam, rest on. But to all of you, we don't have much time.
I'm gonna do my best to get through this. Other than two people in the front row, my mom and my dad, I've known Sam the longest. So when my mother and my father brought him home, I know I was kind of confused because he was a new baby and I was the only baby. But my mother instilled in me, and it's the same thing I instill in my oldest son. He's only 12, so he's eventually gonna get it. You gotta watch over everyone that's younger than you. I don't care if it's a brother, if it's a cousin. These are my younger cousins, even Sam's friends, even some of the people that are younger than him. My little sister right there, my little niece, my little niece right there. I have to, it's just who we are. It's just the way that we're built, okay? Anybody that is younger than us, we have to kind of keep them close. I have to check on those people. My brother did that. He was famous for, what's up, bro? And that's all he had to say. He's famous for just texting people in his room. Now, you ain't had to text him back, you had to call him back, okay? But he needed to know in his heart of hearts that he reached out, that he said, what's going on? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. He did that with my dad, my mom. He did that with everybody. We got this new alarm system on. She got this new alarm system at the house. She come downstairs. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Boy, don't be scaring me like that. All right, so I just had to say that prior to, okay, so I wrote this, so I typed this up on my phone the day after my brother passed. I was at my house, Father's Day night. Well, actually, it was Monday morning. So I had to kind of write this down, or type this up. And I had a few things because I needed to just reword it, so I'm just gonna say this. No tears, all right? This is a celebration of life. You saw me break down a little bit earlier, but this is a celebration of life. A party in my brother's honor, okay? And I'm gonna be brief. I promise. All right. Now I can get up here and talk for days about my big little brother. I know that's not grammatically correct. I don't care, that's what I call him. My big little brother, that's who he was to me, all right? I can't believe he's gone. He's still with me in my heart, but it's not the same. I will miss him dearly. My family will miss him dearly. I did everything with Sam. Everything. Y'all saw us matching clothes and all that stuff on them things. I did everything with this dude. He would go everywhere with me. Some of the people in this room know that I was with my brother the weekend before he passed all day long. My boys were with me. They were upset. We stayed at the little martial arts thing a little too long, right? But we had a good time all the same, right? All right, so I'm gonna finish. All right, where am I? I look back and will treasure the times we were around one another. He was the best. One thing I have to say about my brother, I have to, and I know people have said it before, but I have to say it because I'm a brother. Sam was addicted to love. He was addicted to love. I'm gonna say that again. Everyone that is here knew that. Everyone is here that knew him knew that. I'm sorry. He loved to be around love. He loved to be loved. I believe that is why he stayed with my mother so long. He knew. Listen, hold tight. Hold on, wait. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. I promise. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, Sam had friends in his life, females. He knew that he could get love outside of my mom's house. But he knew that the love that she had for him could not compare to any love he got outside of that house. Okay? Linda Kelly loved her some Sam. She loved that boy. She loves me. Sam loved to be around so much. I know that's why he wanted to be at my house so much. I know that's why he wanted to be over my dad's house so much. I know that's why he wanted to be over Pop Morris's house so often. I know that is why he hung out with his coworkers so much. I would say all the time, do you have to take Providence everywhere you go? Looking back on that now, I have a better understanding of who my little brother was. He was a big man with a big spirit. He could not keep that spirit to himself. He had to spread that love the only way he knew how. Chilling with his peoples. And we can tell Sam had peoples. I also believe that is why God called him home. He said, that dude's spirit is way too big for earth. I need him here next to me. It is so hard to see him going. I love my brother so much. We were two peas in a pod. All those euphemisms, we were those. All right? He is my heart. I will miss him so much. I can look amongst you and I see how loved Sam was. Sam loved everyone. He had a special place in his heart for his parents, my mom, my dad, my stepmom. He had one of the biggest hearts I have ever seen, next to my mother, obviously. I truly believe the measure of a man, I need to say this, I truly believe the measure of a man is not how you live. I know I'm gonna get a little bit confused people, okay? I think y'all got it twisted. I think the true measure of a man is how you are remembered when you're not here. Okay? My brother loved his sister, my wife, so much. He was so happy when I found a wife that I could call his sister. Y'all got that? Right. He loved his nephews, Joseph and Ethan, so much. You can look at his social media pages and see that. He loved his family and friends. Again, above reference social media pages. All right. My family, my friends, I pray that this tragedy does not divide us. I pray that it bonds us like glue. We will need one another. Don't let the call stop. Amen. This has hit us all like a ton of bricks. In closing, I just want to say that Sam loved everyone in this room. Know that, keep that with you. I want you to hold on to those memories of my brother. They will last forever. Take comfort in the fact that my brother fought to be here with us. Some of y'all know that story. He fought to be here. Called 911. Everybody don't know that. My brother called 911 for himself. But God had other plans for my big little brother. I love you. Be blessed.